more details on the 12 valve 6-speed truck. Just screaming like 2,500 RPM. It's not quite getting the miles per gallon that my 3rd gen is, but I don't. Yeah, it's a 6-speed G56 there. That works really nice. Yeah, look how clean this bad boy is. Alright, well, I let this thing run a little bit. A few people were wanting more details on the 12 valve 6-speed truck. It's a 97, I think. And zero rust anywhere. Super clean. I personally drove it in the salt for the first time in its whole life when I bought it last fall. It's filthy because I had a good friend of mine. We sprayed it down real good everywhere underneath and in all the cracks with fluid film, so I haven't wiped any of that off yet. I really wanted to gather a bunch of gunk first before I wipe it off all the areas, the surface that you can actually see, because that's what you want fluid film to do, is collect a bunch of essentially dust, and then that creates like a barrier. But yeah, it's a 6-speed G56. This bad boy's got, I think I'm up to, yeah, almost 440,000 miles on it now. I think I've done about 10,000 since I got it last fall. The paint's kind of fried. It was a West Coast truck, but it's in pretty good shape. It's got a BD Super B turbo, 3-piece manifold. Let's see, it's got a cam in it, like a towing cam. I forget who makes it. I believe that they no longer offer that cam anymore. I don't know if they make cams at all. But it's got pretty sweet brake controller setup that runs off actual hydraulic pressure. So that's nice for towing. It's got the BD exhaust brake remote mounted down here. Oh, there it is, right there. That works really nice. Yeah, look how clean this bad boy is. It looks grody from all the fluid film, but this truck is immaculate underneath. I felt bad spraying it down because it was so clean. It would have been really nice for working on it, but you know, you got to do what you got to do when you live in the Midwest and get all the salty roads and whatnot. But yeah, I did the 19.5s first. This truck with the G56, I think it has 410s, and so the gearing, it was kind of singing, trying to go 70 mile an hour. It was singing a lot higher in the RPMs. I like to cruise like 70 under 2,000 RPM. I feel like that's a sweet spot for maximum miles per gallon. And this thing was just screaming like 2,500 RPM, trying to go like 73, 74 mile an hour. So I went with 19s because that jumped up the tire size 2 inches, and that still didn't get me where I wanted. So I got a set of 24.5s, which these end up being 36.5 inch tall. So huge jump over the stock. I think stock is like 31.7 tall, and that right there put it right in the sweet spot. I can cruise like 75 mile an hour at 2,000 RPM, so it's nice, and it immediately helped my fuel mileage. That's where the 3rd gen, it's like matches the gearing in that. With that has an NV56 in it, but I think it's got 373s. So they're about exactly the same now as far as gearing goes, and I absolutely love it. It cruises out really nice. I'm planning on doing the 22.5s up front. I just being a 2-wheel drive truck, there's no way they're gonna fit without doing some type of lift or level in the front. Hopefully just a leveling kit and some spacers, and then I'd like to get away with keeping the fender liners in, but it's going to be tough to fit a wheel that big on the front. And I don't hate the look of the 19.5 and the 22.5 stagger, but that leaves me with 2 half sets of wheels, so kind of not really into having a half set of 19.5 sitting around and a half set of 22.5. So I'd like to run one or the other so I can get rid of a set, or maybe even put, hell, I didn't think of that, I could throw them on the 4th gen, since I'm not a huge fan of those. Hell, came up with a great idea. So, but yeah, so I got to sort that out one way or the other. But this thing, it's not quite getting the miles per gallon that my 3rd gen is, but I don't, you know, it's 12 valve, all mechanical. It's definitely got, I think it's got 50 over injectors. Power is extremely responsive. It's definitely great for pulling some heavier weight. EGTs stay in check nicely. The turbos just matched very well with the setup. So definitely good for pulling more weight, but I don't know if it'll ever get the mile per gallon that my 3rd gen gets. That thing's just crazy sometimes, especially when there's no headwind or anything. But yeah, I'll get post up some driving videos of this and some sound clips, or at least a little one. But yeah, this thing rules. I love it. Got the enclosed trailer right now with a 911 in it. So, not a whole lot of weight, just a sail. With the 22.5s is perfect. Just under 2,000 going about 73. Love it.